What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk a little bit about different hairstyle options for guys with thinning hair. Now, keep in mind these hairstyles also work with normal hair and of course gray hair, but I like to emphasize hairstyles for men with thinning hair today because after all, it eventually happens to all of us. So please sit tight because I've got some good ideas for you coming right up. All right, welcome. If you're new here, I'm John. I'm the founder of 40overfashion.com, and I've been creating content that's been helping men look better, feel better, and have more confidence since 2014. If men's lifestyle topics for grown-ups sounds good to you, please consider subscribing and join in. Okay, so like I mentioned, today I want to talk about hairstyles that are age appropriate, hairstyles that look great on a lot of different guys, and of course that also look great with thinning hair. Now, just because we're getting older, that doesn't mean we have to stop trying. It also doesn't mean that we have to go with the same hairstyle that we've had for like the last 15 years. In fact, I'll even say that if you've had the same hairstyle for like the last 10 years, it's time to try something new. It does not have to be drastic, but just something different. I will say this though, before I get into my list, men's hairstyles are in the middle of a shift right now because with barbershops closed for so long because of COVID, hairstyles are getting longer and more natural looking. Guys are using a lot less shiny hair products and more matte products to get a more natural look. The good news is this works to your advantage if you're thinning. Also, that perfectly slicked back hair is giving way to more of a textured look, right? Think finger comb instead of a fine-tooth comb. This allows more texture and a more natural or tousled look. Now, I don't see this trend going away anytime soon, so just food for thought, take it or leave it. First, let's address the elephant in the room here. If you're getting super thin or going bald, my first piece of advice here is to embrace it. Try not to hide the fact that you're almost out of hair and grow a comb over to cover any bald areas. And I know, it's real easy for me to say, but it's true. Unless you're going to get a hair transplant or wear a hair system, you'll look a lot better if you just cut it short and embrace it. Now, of course, depending on the amount of thinning or recession that you're dealing with, it might be best just to buzz it super short or shave it off completely. Bald is beautiful and it's a great look on a lot of different guys. One thing I might suggest if you do decide to shave it off completely is to experiment with some facial hair to help balance out your face. You can go with a long beard, a short stubble situation, just think about it. Next, let's talk about the buzz cut and the crew cut, both. So obviously, this is a very low maintenance, very simple hairstyle that can look incredible. Again, if you're one of my thinning or balding friends, this is a great option for you. You can even let some of the top grow longer and keep the sides kind of short so you can still have a couple different styling options. Now that's sort of like a side fade, but we'll talk about that next. If you don't like spending a lot of time on your hair every single day, the crew cut may be a great option for you. Speaking of growing the top and keeping the sides short, the next hairstyle is what I'm currently running with, and that's the side fade or side taper. My hair right now is the shortest it's been in a few years, and I'm really enjoying it right now. My sides are nice and short, but I still have some length on the top that allows me a few different styling options. Having short sides that taper up to longer hair on top is a great look in my opinion that works with a ton of different hair types. It also helps add structure to your face if you've got a round head shape like I do. Let me just say that no matter what hairstyle you go with, you will benefit from using a good hair product and good styling practices. Here's what I mean. Using a matte putty like this one from today's sponsor, Pete and Pedro, will give you the hold that you need without sort of weighing down your hair and making your hair look crunchy or greasy. I've been using this stuff since I sent it over a few weeks ago, and I really do enjoy using it. If you use a pomade, a gel, or some cement products, those can actually cause your hair to sort of clump together and dry like that, which makes your scalp show even more, and it makes you look like you have less hair than you actually have. So here's another tip. Use a few pumps of a sea salt product on your damp hair before you blow dry. And speaking of blow drying, guys, this is another great way to add volume to thin hair. If you're hesitant about using a hairdryer, just think of it as a power tool and you'll be just fine. Put a DeWalt sticker on the side of it if that helps you. So after applying sea salt spray, start blow drying your hair and then occasionally blow dry it in the opposite direction of how your hair naturally grows, right? This will add a lot of volume. Once it's dry, add a little bit of that putty to lock everything in place. Also, what I like to do is add some sea salt spray to damp hair. Then I'll work in a little putty, then blow dry. This helps not only add the volume that I want, but also a strong hold as well. Pete and Pedro also makes shampoo and conditioner, which I've been using every day, and I'm really enjoying these products. If you're not using a conditioner at least 4 times a week, your hair is begging for it. A lot of hair experts even say to wash your hair every day with conditioner and only use shampoo like 3 or 4 times per week. This helps protect your hair and keeps it strong and healthy. I'll leave a link down in the description along with a discount code that gets you 15% off your order from Pete and Pedro, but it's only good for 30 days after this video goes live, so don't wait. Hit that link and go check out everything that they have, and PS, the body wash is solid. The next hairstyle I have for you is the classic side part. This can just as easily work with longer hair or shorter hair, and you can also add a side fade, kind of like what I have, to add a little bit more structure. The classic side part hairstyle has been around forever, and it's already proven to stand the test of time. Now, of course, there are small tweaks that each individual can make to the classic side part hairstyle to make it their own, but if you want more volume, try letting it grow a little bit longer. If you want it more maintenance-free, just keep it short. Just remember that the shorter your hairstyle is, the more often you typically need to go get it cut to stay looking polished. One thing I would stay away from is a really wide hard part and hard lines. It just reads a little young in my opinion, but if you do decide to go with the hard part, just be careful not to go too wide. Keep in mind that a hard part does require more regular maintenance because it will grow in pretty quickly. The next hairstyle I want to talk about is, if you still have a decent amount of hair, is to just let it grow and see what develops. If you haven't grown your hair out in like the last 25 years or so, you never know what may have changed and you might be pleasantly surprised. I will say though that there's sort of an awkward grow out phase. It's kind of hard to get through, but if you can, you'll have a lot of options with different hairstyles. Just keep in mind that this does require a lot more time in front of the mirror every single day, getting it to look the way that you want. Trust me, I've had long hair and it does take a lot of work. But like I mentioned earlier, this currently is the shortest my hair's been in quite a while. Usually I let my hair grow for a while, then cut it short again, and I'll probably keep it like this until after the new year, then I might just grow it out again. All right, gentlemen, this is where I'm gonna jump off today, but thank you very much for spending some time with me. I appreciate it very much. If you're a subscriber, I'll see you in just a few days for another brand new video, but until then, live well, and I do hope to see you again soon.